Hey guys, to start this video, sorry for the lack of uploads lately. I kind of been tired and a bit, lazy. I haven't been, I haven't been like in the greatest mindset lately. I kind of been having mental problems recently. But anyways, let's get to Dominion. To start off, this film is alright. I just like the Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World. I enjoyed it. I think it's an alright movie. I'm not going to be those fanboys and to say, "Oh, but it worsened the franchise because it has one single bit of nostalgia," which is kind of funny that those people say that. Yet the exact same people are fine when Godzilla does it, but when the Jurassic World movies do it, it's bad. But anyways, this film was an alright film. They use animatronics, and I think they use so many to where in this trilogy it feels out of place for the animatronics to be here. Not saying the animatronics are bad or anything. And there's so many scenes to where they could have just used CGI, but they used animatronics anyway. Like seriously, the amount of animatronics, it reminds me of the original, and it makes the scenes with the smaller animals and even some shots of the bigger animals feel more real. The prehistoric flashback is not in this film, sadly. It's not in this film. I'm not going to spoil anything, but all I'm going to say is that the Giga and the T Rex's rivalry doesn't even feel like a thing in this film. Also, mainly because let's all agree, you could legit replace the Giga with the Spinosaurus, and it would have made more sense. And this film, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it still is something to be mentioned. Also, they mentioned something about the black market and all that with the dinosaurs. Also, well, that's already known. But anyway, the T Rex and the Giga, they fight. They fight like once in the film at the end. Uh, so yeah. Also, there are Camp Cretaceous references, a reference to Camp Cretaceous, but I can only find like one. Yeah, one. One reference to Camp Cretaceous, and that was it. But anyway, the fight with the Giga and the T Rex at the end, there's no build up to the Giga. That's a minor spoiler, so I would take. So I don't expect there to be like this this like rivalry between T Rex and Giga. The closest we get is like one encounter, but that's it. I'm not gonna say. Also in the sorry, I got my cat with me. Um. Anyways, the you could legit replace the Giga with the Spinosaurus, and the plot would have still been the same, but better because people actually want the Spinosaurus dead. Anyways, the T Rex and I mean not T Rex, I mean Allosaurus and Carno scene. Some people said that the Carno looked like Toro, and I do agree. It kind of does look like Toro, but I could argue that there was one theory saying that Toro was actually in the Fallen Kingdom and that he just got burnt, that he just had some extra scars on his left side and his right side because he brightened up the image. You can see it. There's another scar on his face. But anyway, yeah, it's not even really a fight scene. I'm not gonna spoil what happens. But anyway, all in all, Dominion is an alright film. For some reason, but it feels out of place to me in this trilogy. I think more budget was spent on the animatronics than the CGI. The CGI it ain't bad, but it doesn't seem the greatest. I think it's alright CGI. I think it looks fine in some shots, but sometimes, like in the opening, it could just look awful. I'm not saying that this film is bad. I'm saying it's an alright film, but there's gonna be those critics who say, "Oh, it's a Jurassic Park sequel. It uses some slight bits of nostalgia." Bad film, bad movie because it's sequel to Jurassic Park. Because as we all know, the original Jurassic Park is perfect in people's eyes. But of course, those people who complain about the dinosaurs acting like animals, which was never a thing, even ever since the first film, that was never a thing. Those kind of people who want the dinosaurs to act like animals are going to be very happy now because They go out of their way to try and make the fight scene seems real and believable. So to those people, I hope you're happy. Also, don't worry, there are no Brad X's in this film. Do not worry, there are no Brad X's. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about there being like a scene to where they like walk into a room and there's just like a Brad X in there. Don't worry, no Brad X's. All in all, this film's an alright film to me. I think if you're an old fan, you would enjoy it. But I know the critics are probably going to say it's bad because we said so. I would recommend you go out and watch it yourself and come up with your own opinion. But because let's all agree, we're all different and we all have different opinions and takes. Anyways, have a good day and see you all tomorrow.